Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome, welcome. My name is Georgia. So, we are going to do a recap and a review of Love and Marriage Detroit Season 1, Episode 4, titled Skating on Thin Ice. So, if you remember, we left off the episode last time where we have Latoya and Brandon. They were on the day cruise with their friend, and we had Brandon get a little emotional because he felt that Latoya's family was not there for him when he was trying to take the family to the next level by moving to Atlanta and trying to get some a production company going and stuff like that. So he got a little emotional as far as that is concerned regarding the fact that he's always there for his wife on whatever ventures that she decides to do. However, when it's his turn to actually do a project, he finds that he doesn't get the same backing from her or her family that he gives when it's her turn to get things done. So Latoya let him talk, a while, and then she said she knew that there was something going on because now she feels that he resented her, and he denied that. He was like, I'm hurt. I'm not resentful. I'm just hurt. And, that's what I want you to take it as, me being hurt, not me being resentful. So they talked about it for a little while, and then the mood changed and they toasted up and then enjoyed the rest of their day with their friend. So that was the scene between those two. Now we have Russell and Kolby at home, and then I believe it's Kolby's best friend Chelsea came to the door, and before she goes on to meet with Kolby in the back in her office, Russell let her know that he wants to plan a 30th birthday bash for his wife and he needs her help to get it going. So he tells her what he have in place, what he has planned, and he's asking her input on other things. So they talked about that for a little while before Chelsea went into Kolby's office to talk to her. They were just catching up. Kolby's telling her that she's supposed to be working on a collab with Kristina for a brand, Harper A. I'm not sure exactly what they sell, but she said it's a hometown brand from Detroit. They're black owned and they're doing very well, and they're looking for influencers to work with. So she reached out to them. They said, yes, it's fine. However, we're also working with Kristina, and we do believe that you know her. So make sure that you reach out to her and see if she wants to collab on the project. So Kolby said she reached out to Kristina by text, and Kristina did not respond, and she's feeling a way about it. But we're going to touch base on it down the road. So Kolby's asking Chelsea, so what are you up to? Chelsea let her know, yeah, I got some stuff going on and I got to go. So that was a quick, back and forth between the two ladies. Now we're on to the next scene with Kristina and Brandon. Brandon has not been home since he and Kristina had the fight at the wine tasting event. He was staying at the house and she is at the apartment. And now they're supposed to be meeting with their marriage mentor by Zoom. And she's wondering if he is going to show up. So at the last minute, he comes and he shows up. He lets them know that, he hasn't been in the house for a few days since whatever happened at the wine tasting, and he don't even know if he is going to stay after the meeting. Well, some sort of conversation like that happened. So the raw emotion is there because Kristina is seeing him for the first time since the fight, and she's letting the counselors and Brandon know that at the fight she did not feel she's letting them know that she felt unsafe. She didn't feel protected. She didn't feel that she was being heard, and that the whole overall exchange between those two, it wasn't good. She said he even mentioned at that point that they had the argument that he doesn't even know if he wants to be married anymore, and they're talking about this in front of the counselors while they're on the Zoom call. And she let him know straight up, if you don't want to be in this marriage, that's going to be up to you to walk away, but I'm here willing to fight for my marriage. So they talked about it in front of the counselor. He said he should not have made that statement, and he's sorry about that because he loves his wife and he wants to stay in his marriage. He's letting the counselors know that before he got married, he had more of a social life, which coincided with his profession. And his friends feel like, Kristina is holding the reins and he's not able to go out and be as productive as he wants to be. They didn't address that, the counselors, they didn't address that with them, but they listened to him voice his frustration. He and Kristina did not come to any kind of agreement regarding that. We already know that Kristina don't want him in the club because she says it's a distraction, but it coincides, as I say, with his profession. He is in entertainment, and more than likely that's where he's going to meet the people that he wants, that he needs to work with. So all right, they talked about that for a little while. He apologized for, talking about having a divorce, and he and his wife kissed and made up. She asked him straight up, "Are you here to stay? Do you want this?" He's like, "Yes, I'm here. I'm not going nowhere." All that was talked about. So that's the scene with those two. Now we have Latoya and Anthony, and they are going to church with their family. We find out that Latoya's father is a bishop and his mother is a pastor, and they have their own church, so they go to that church every Sunday. They don't miss they don't miss a day, a Sunday of church. They go, they have a good time, they listen to the word. I must say that church is lit. The music was nice. I was enjoying it. And after church, we have Anthony talking to Latoya's dad. He talked about what he spoke about on the boat, as far as, when I was going to Atlanta to go and, pursue something for the family, I didn't feel that you guys supported me. And his dad and her dad told him straight up, the reason we felt that way is because your son, Anthony Jr., actually needed you in the house at that time. He was going through a lot at school. He said there were days when he would pick up his grandson, and he would come to the car crying, like his son was being targeted, he said. And there was a lot of racism in the school at the time, so I'm not sure if that's still the case. But he said your son needed you in the house at that time, so that's why I felt that you needed to be around. He's like, your purpose is still there. I mean, it's not going to go away if that's what it is. But at that time, that's how I felt. So Latoya's dad, the bishop, apologized to Anthony. They gave each other a hug, and they were on their way. So hopefully Anthony feels better. And now that he has the blessing of the bishop and Latoya's dad, he could move forward with his production company without having to worry about him criticizing the moves that he's making. So that's what I took away from that scene. Now we have Kolby, and she's in her office again, and her assistant called. I think it's Lauren called, and she's telling her about certain brands that are reaching out to them that want Kolby to, showcase their items, I guess, on her Instagram page or whatever. You're sending her free stuff for her to promote for them. And she's telling Lauren that when she actually comes over in person next week to go through the items and make sure everything that was supposed to come in came in, and give her a schedule as far as when things need to be posted. If you follow influencers, you know how it works. Items are sent to them. They reached out to them by email, either through their assistant, their managers, or whatever. Items are sent to them. They either have to make a YouTube video surrounding the item, or they have to make a post on Instagram and make sure it's an ad, and then get certain reach. They get certain audience reach, certain promotions, and they get paid for that, and they get paid very well. And I'm talking about in the thousands. So that's what influencers do. They get you to buy products from businesses. I mean, back in the days, it used to be a lot of celebrities who were doing it, but since social media, it's gotten more popular, because I'm assuming that you have a wider reach, and you're not paying as much to get the product promoted. So even though we do have some celebrities who still do it, they're usually promoting their own items, or they will promote for others. The brands don't have to pay as much to celebrities as they do the influencers. So I think that's why influencers are used a lot when a brand wants to promote an item or launch an item. So that was the conversation between Kolby and her assistant Lauren. And in the next scene now, we have Russell and Kolby. Not Russell and Kolby, just Russell. Russell goes over and he's doing a walkthrough for the gym that he's considering purchasing. He's meeting up with the owner and he's just doing a quick walkthrough. He's getting a feel for the space. The owner's letting him know how to actually go about running the business, you know, how it's structured and stuff, how to go about getting clients in and stuff like that. And he took that meeting by himself. He did not bring Kolby with him, and I don't think he told Kolby about it. So Russell did tell the current owner that he needs to speak to his wife about it, and then he would move on to the next step. So they talk about family a little bit and just catch up about what's going on, and then we left that scene. Now we're at the skating rink. Anthony decides that he's going to have a quick skating party for all the couples. He's taking them over to the side of town that he grew up, the east side. I'm assuming it's the bad side of town because everybody's like, I can't believe I'm on this side of town. What are we doing over here? But he said he went to high school in the area. The skating rink is very familiar to him, and he loved going there when he was growing up. So, you know, they're going to have a good time. And they did. Everybody came. They did their skating around. Brandon didn't know how to skate very well. At least he know more than me because I don't know how to skate at all. My sister put me on a pair of rollerblades one time. I fell down once and that was it. Never again. So they were skating. The guys were racing. Latoya and Kolby and Russell didn't come together. They came separately. So when Russell did show up, Toya was like, not Toya. Kolby was like, where you been? Told her that he took the meeting. She wasn't happy that he took the meeting and did the walkthrough without her. She's like, a little communication would be nice next time going forward. He tells her, listen, if we do go through with this deal, I would be expecting you to be in the gym day to day running it because my schedule would not allow me to. She was like, I don't think, in the confessional, I don't think that's going to happen because that means I would have to give up what I'm doing. So therefore, that's why I need to be in the next meeting to talk to the owner, the current owner, to find out what his first year was like. He apologized for not taking her to the meeting and promised that going forward, he would make sure that she's involved in any other meetings moving forward. He was like, our friends are skating. Let's go over there, go join them. They get on the skating ring. They join their friends. They skate around a little bit. Then the girls decided to go sit down. Now we're going to have the conversation with Kristina and Kolby regarding the collab with the brand. So I forget actually how we actually started, but Kristina and to make a long story short is telling Kolby that, you know, I was already working with the brand. I wasn't aware that, you know, I was supposed to be working with you on the brand. I'm not interested in working with you on the brand. Kolby was like, we're supposed to be sisters. You're supposed to actually talk to me and let me know what your feedback or intentions are. I texted you, didn't respond, and this is the first time we're talking about it. You didn't even call to find out exactly what's happening. Kolby said the brand told her that that they were working with Kristina and that it's up to Kristina if she wanted to collab with them on it. They told Kolby that they were actually waiting for a response from Kristina as far as things were going. So, in my opinion, or, you know, what we saw is Kristina was already working with the brand. She told Kolby that she pitched to the brand. So Kristina pitched to the brand and tell him, listen, I know you're a local company. I want to work with you, so on and so forth. It so happens, a coincidence, that Kolby also pitched to the same brand. And that's when they told him that they were working with Kristina. So we still not sure. Well, actually, yes, we are. Kristina was able to pitch to them first. And she feels that Kolby is coming behind her and trying to take her deal or collab. And Kolby's like, no, girl, I don't want to share this money. She didn't say that word for her. That's me saying that. I don't want to share this money. And I don't want you, you know, pitching to the same brand that I am. And I'm like, okay, these girls are worldwide influencers. Kristina could have came and told her straight up, I don't want to work with you on this. I think this is something I want to do solo. And she could have said it in a nice way. But we have Kolby waiting for her to respond, and she didn't. So, okay, now the men see what's happening. They come over. ask what's going on. They recap everything that's happening. We have Russell say to Kristina, well, Kolby actually looked up to you as a big sister. And, she felt that, the communication between you guys could have been better. Now we have Brandon saying this is not the first time that this has happened where my wife Kristina has either pitched to a brand or they've reached out to her, told Kolby about it, and the following day Kolby goes behind her back and is reaching out to the brand. So of course Russell's like, you don't be talking to my wife like that. He said, like, you seem like you want to stir up some stuff, and that's not what we about. And of course Kolby was hurt. He's like, Brandon was like, that's why we now call you Kolby Cat, like, copycat. So now we have Kolby Cat. I guess he's coming up with some sort of term. And Brandon was like, nah, it seemed like, Russell was like, it seemed like you're trying to start some stuff, and that's not what we on. We are all positivity over here. So there's no need for it to go that way. We have Kolby getting upset, and then she leaves. And that was the end of the episode. So they were having a great time doing their roller skating. And of course, there's got to be some sort of drama interjected in each episode. And this is it. So Kolby, thinking that, she was cool with Kristina, is now finding out that Kristina doesn't feel that same way about her when it comes to work. We already knew that this was coming because we had Brandon, who was stirring this up in the last episode or the episode before that, where he's telling his wife Kristina, I see that Kolby's copying everything that you're doing and it's not cool. So he's trying to, start the drama with them. And yeah, this episode was, okay. It was okay to me. I'm not saying that every episode should be dramatic, but this episode was okay. And I hope that Kristina and Kolby could work it out. And from what I'm seeing in the upcoming episode, we see Russell actually speak or check Brandon about the way he was behaving to his wife at the roller skating rink. So we'll see what happens in the next episode. But yeah, that was this quick recap and a review of Love and Marriage Detroit Season 1, Episode 4, titled Skating on Thin Ice. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more uploads. Make sure that you turn your notification on. Like this video, share this video if you wish. And until next time, be sure to take care of yourselves and your families. Bye-bye.